So we've gotten all the highlights of the visit of our own Mr. P2B to Frankfurt, Germany. And here is the full video of the question and answer session. Enjoy.
I left the equivalent of $50 a naira in the three banks. And then, if you want the statement, I'll give you. People said to me, like I said before, why are you living that? I said, it's their money. And since I left Anambra State, Anambra have now bought me pure water.
And when you talk about that, in Nigeria, we don't even know how many people we are. We just say 200 and something million. How can you target development to people you don't even know how many they are? If I'm driving my car, the police stands behind me, they punch in my number, they can know my address and my name. That way they can plan for security, they can plan for economy and everything. What are you going to do about the census in Nigeria to be accurate? Secondly, we talk about internal security, but what about external security? When you talk about, I heard you talk about security as a renewable asset, which is phenomenal, such an insight. So are we going to plan for the future? Because we don't even have a frigate for a country that calls itself the giant of Africa. If there is a war tomorrow, what are we going to do? Because we're struggling internally, what of externally? Then the third one.
No. Okay. So it's enough. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, please do us a favor. It is not fair on others when you monopolize the question time. Ask one question that others contribute as well. Wait, the woman now, and then we come to a man and the woman.
I have a simple question.
No, he's wait a minute.
Yeah.
Excellency.
Okay, good. Thank you. I wanted your attention. So my question is regarding the PVC registration. Because looking at, since you came out and announced your candidacy, a lot of young people are willing, very hungry to have you as our president. But right now we are facing the problem that people are not able to register. And I'm wondering, from the Labour Party, what is your agenda at this moment? How do you think you can solve this problem to get INEC to have people registered and we can have people that can actually come to vote for you? Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, a guy.
I'm here.
Go ahead.
Your Excellency, my question, my name is Olufemi Agbebi. My question is about how do you want to stay clear of corrupt politicians? We know how politics works in Nigeria, you know. It's about they invest in your campaign and you have to give them some kind of compensation in terms of political appointment or in terms of contracts.
Great question.
And we know how this normally affects performance. So the performance of governance starts right from the campaign. So how do you want to stay clear of corrupt politicians? And we can see they're already coming around you. Thank you.
The Reverend Sister wants to ask you a question. They are not answering our club.
I'm a woman at heart.
Standing on existing protocol, Mr. P2B, you said we should call you. I'm Mr. Christian and in Frankfurt. My question is that you have been focusing on internal issues. And most of the time, I don't know whether it's conspiracy theory or what, but it stands somehow to be true that sometimes 60% of issues are internal, and then the remaining 25% will be external in terms of international politics. And sometimes we realize that when we look at what happened to Libya or what happened in Zimbabwe, how some of these, those who are leaders of the government, so to say, are being influenced, whether they are able to adjust to the interests of the powers that rule the world. So how are you going to cope with this? No shishi, no shishi is not just about but also about raising the country to stand among others to talk on the same table at equal terms. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. And we have limited time, so we are going to rush a few more questions in so that he could take them in his stride. Fine, okay. He will address these ones and then we will take the other ones. Okay?
I'll start with the last one. Well, let me tell you, our foreign policy remains African focused. So Africa is going to be the center of our foreign policy. And in doing so, we work hard in bringing good governance in Africa, as well as ensuring peace in Africa and being involved with issues of trade and investment within Africa. It's always good often to blame external interference. The reality is that if you do the right thing, it's like somebody's house. If you're doing the right thing, it's difficult for somebody to come and start bringing problems in your house. If you do well with your wife, children, everything, no matter how different people have, it's difficult for a external person to come in. A external person comes in when you don't have. So for me, it's best to deal with the internal crisis we're facing due to a robust and thriving economy. Countries are respected for their internal stability and their economy. When you hear G8, G7, G10, G20, G18, it's based on economy. If you're healthy inside and you're stable, everybody will want to deal with you. Yes. And at that stage, your external or your foreign policies stemming by your local stability and economy. And that's why your relationship. For example, Nigeria is a very huge market, 200 million people. Imagine if we have resources. At the time, British Airways, everybody was to Nigeria. Now they're beginning to give us conditions. We will stop coming to Nigeria because of it. So, yes, external influences are there, but they become more prominent when you're weak. Like every human being, when you're weak, everybody throws everything to you. Issue of corruption and corrupt politicians. Let me tell you, when I was talking, I said we have zero tolerance for corruption. One of the worst things that can happen to a country is corruption. The reason why it's so is that corruption kills three things that makes a country work. Corruption kills entrepreneurship. Nobody thinks how to create gain. It kills professionalism. It kills hard work. Why will I be hardworking when this man can make money just like that? Why would a professor doing research to be a professor when a council or local government chairman can make more money than a professor? In this country, in America, I know for sure, that if you go to California, Stanford professors earn as much, if not more, than the governor of California. It's the opposite. So it's important that we get it right. I don't think the professors in Harvard or their top schools earn less than members of State House of Assemblies in about Congress in America, or even National Congress in America. So this is important. But people tell you it's difficult to fight corruption. I don't believe that. If you, the principal person, is not stealing, you first, so we eliminate it. Your family is not. Those around you are not. You reduce it by 70%. Correct. Because you have to add your own. Let me tell you, this is the
monitor it for me, please.
If I'm a governor, have a commissioner, have a permanent secretary, have accountant general, you have also people. So you add your own. Commissioners will add their own. The other layers will add their own. When they eventually bring it back to you, you find it very difficult not to sign it. Because your own is inside. Remember what I said. I'm not a saint. I particularly am not. People have said every accusation against you. We verify that it's wrong. And I said, no, let me see. And I said to them, it's a very simple thing. Go to Anambra State. In my 8 years of being governor, maybe I received probably in total money that Anambra State got from everywhere, maybe about $500 billion. In my 8 years. I saved 75% of it. So, very sorry. I saved about 10 to 15% of it. And I said to people, go to Anambra State and show me where their money is missing. This, if that was the amount, that means that the 5%, 1% of 500 billion is 5 billion. Go and show me where they're missing 5 billion. I left in 3 banks, and then I eventually have been verified. In 3 banks in Nigeria, and the day I left office, I left $50 million each.
Dollars.
In 3 banks, $50 million each. In Access Bank, Diamond Bank, Fidelity Bank. I left the equivalent of $50 a naira in the 3 banks. And then, if you want the statement, I'll give you. People said to me, like I said before, why are you living that? I said, it's their money. And since I left Anambra State, Anambra has now bought me pure water. They now bought me a bottle of water. When the house said to me, you're going to have pension, gratuity, severance, and everything, I said to them, I finished the job. I'm going home. So what am I trying to say? If you are not, because you are going to approve what they will steal. It's a simple thing. It starts from. Or you don't know what you might not be, you might not even be taking, but you don't have the capacity to know what is happening. I used to tell my accountant general the balance. So it's very easy to manage. I think that's corruption. I don't know where I kept my papers. I'm just trying to find where.
Left pocket up. Pocket up.
In my left pocket. Okay, yes, I did. Issue of HDI and population. Am I correct? You can't plan without statistics. It's very difficult to plan. But we have not even planned with the estimates. The only place we have estimates is in NEPA, where we want to charge bill. We use the estimated bill, but we don't use the estimated population. So, if we have planned with even the population we have, we would have gone far. But there's no, today, when you talk about development, people think development is physical development. So you go and start building in supposedly rural area, say a big 10-story building, and for you that is development. And I said to them, no, you can't develop and build physical infrastructure without building the human infrastructure.
Correct.
All right, thank you.
It is the human infrastructure that drives the physical infrastructure. Otherwise, it will fail. And that is where the HDI must be measured. Today, Nigeria is low in HDI. Because your country is not doing that. In the year 2000, even Ghana in Africa, Vietnam, India, year 2000, all these countries are mentioned were in the low category of HDI with Nigeria. Today they've all moved. Because our leaders don't have anything to measure. You know, remember what I told you when I started that? What we do is to